and welcome back to the MontyVerse. Today, we are reacting to the new teaser trailer for Pixar's Elio. Monty, are you excited for this?
I guess.
Yeah, that's the attitude. So are you ready to start this reaction?
I guess.
Then let's get going then.
All right.
Starting now.
For centuries, we have called out to the universe, looking for answers. In 2024,
aliens.
the universe calls
God.
back.
This is brighter than Spider-Verse.
Your leader?
Is that General Zod?
Hi, can you hear me?
Honey,
Now is a really bad time. Okay,
Aww.
bye. I love you.
So
I love
cute.
you. I love you.
Oh God.
This is new.
Every parent's worst nightmare.
No. No, thank you!
That's creepy.
Whoa. Please state the name of your homeworld. Earth?
welcome, leader of Earth. Are the United Advanced Species of the universe.
I think there's been a mistake.
You're not the leader of Earth?
Sorry for the mix-up.
Commence memory wipe.
Oh.
I am the leader of Earth.
Why is your voice different?
I've always talked like this since I was a kid, which I'm obviously not anymore. But yes, I run the planet.
The trial of Earth can proceed.
Uh-oh.
Until then, as you say on Earth, okay, bye. I love you.
Okay. Bye. I love you.
Aggressive.
You're the talk of the communiverse.
If Mom could see me now.
I know what you mean. I ate my mother at birth. But in moments of great success, I regret it.
That's a thing for your species?
No, just a me thing. Everyone was shocked.
Oh gosh. That's dark. Oh boy.
Okay, you're the resident Pixar fan here. What did you think? Because I have thoughts.
I'll say this. Initially I was kind of worried because with the way they promoted the teaser, it was with the message about taking them to your leader. So I was worried it was going to be too much of a generic alien movie, which it has a lot of shades of that. I think it's charming so far. I think Elio is super cute. I can't remember the name of the boy who's voicing him, but I thought he sounded great. I think it looked really cool. At first I was like getting a bit of Strange World vibes, but there seems to be more sentient aliens involved in it. So I think it looks fun, but it's also a little hard to say, and I'm kind of waiting for that main thing to like really set this apart the way a lot of other Pixar films tend to do with their plots and their stories that have always elevated them. So it's a little tough for me to say right now.
Yeah, listen, I thought it was fine. I thought it looked really good. I think my biggest question to you, my biggest quandary is that for me it felt too much.
In what way?
Every way. Like, it felt, for me, the animation felt overdone. It like, when we live in a time of Puss in Boots and The Last Wish and the Spider-Verse movies where animation is going in a different direction. I feel like Pixar just keeps refining what they know. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Pixar was the dominant force in animation for decades. But like, I feel like after the past couple of Pixar movies, I mean, Lightyear, Strange Worlds, what am I forgetting here?
Turning Red.
Turning Red.
And Strange World technically is
I feel
Disney
like
animated.
Maybe we should reel it back a little bit. Like, this trailer, like in all of the other Pixar trailers, I was able to make some sort of human connection.
Yeah.
Despite how fantastical some of them were. I mean, like Up, like my favorite Pixar movie, Up. It's a movie about a floating house, about an old man and a kid in a floating house, but you get that emotional through line watching the trailer for that movie. Like Lightyear, it evokes some sort of emotion, whereas this, it's just like, yeah, that's a cute movie.
Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying and I feel this way too, where I don't feel the heart of it yet, which is what I think is what elevates a lot of Pixar films to go above kind of like their basic through line. Because what I appreciate and don't have a problem with is the fact that they explore different genres, which we kind of saw with Lightyear. That was very much a straight sci-fi film that just happened to be animated. And I think this is actually, ironically, a little bit along those same lines from what we've seen so far. But I definitely get what you're saying, where the Earth joke was kind of the humor, the crux of the humor of that trailer, and I wouldn't say it's like the best joke in the universe or anything.
I really wanted them to stop saying it. Like, it's just, are they out of touch? Is Pixar out of touch?
I'll have to see Elemental first before I answer that definitively. I think their past two outings I think were strong. I loved Turning Red personally, and I think that was very unique, and that did have a lot of heart, but it was very different from what they've normally done tonally. Yeah. And then Lightyear I thought was really good. I think unfortunately I don't know if it was marketed as well as it could have been. I think it just didn't have the reach. I'm also in favor of new ideas. I don't need spin-offs or sequels to everything, which unfortunately I know is also coming with Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I'm sure this movie is gonna have some overall theme of like humanity and like it makes me laugh that Earth of all places gets invited to a peacekeeping like summit between all of these intelligent alien races. I'm like, they're not inviting us. Have they browsed TikTok lately? Oh. They're not inviting us to that thing.
Oh, I thought they were like on trial for something.
Maybe. I don't know. It's so vague. It's so vague. Like, I assume that was, like, the UN of space. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, they probably they probably hate us.
Oh, well, that would be funny if that's the direction they go in, is if they make fun of, like, the stupidity of Earth. And I think they have the capability of doing something that's a little bit, like, more highbrow that way, because I know they're able to do so. But, like you said, I don't think this trailer really demonstrated that. Otherwise, the only other thing I know about this is it's being directed by Adrian Molina, who was the co-director of Coco, which would be is a selling point in a way to me, because he, I believe, was hired specifically to imbue Coco with more of the culture.
And I love Coco. Mm-hmm. And I love Coco, and Coco is everything I wanted Luca to be. I want my Italian Coco. Give me the Italian version of Coco, Pixar. That's what we want. Mm-hmm. We don't want more space movies. I feel like 5 of their past 6 movies have been space movies. I know I'm wrong with that, but I'm just over-exaggerating to prove my point. Because you have Lightyear, Strange Worlds, this, Elemental doesn't take place on Earth or have they're humanoid elements.
It's fair enough.
So it's all of these movies with a disconnect, and I think the reason why the original Pixar, like the first batch and second batch of Pixar movies were so successful is because even though you had these really fantastical worlds, you kind of grounded it in a human element.
Yes, and I completely agree with that. I mean, I was thinking about this recently leading up to Elemental is what Pixar films I think have the best world building, and a lot of them do take place on Earth and just happen to have like a fantastical element to them. But like even something like Monsters Inc., which had to develop an entire different universe with monsters as the dominant species and how all that functions in society, they did a great job with it. So I think I agree with you that I think there needs to be a little bit more groundedness into this, which this movie doesn't seem to be what it's gonna have. So
I feel like Pixar's problem is they're dead set on their one direction, and it worked well for them for 30 years, 20 years, coming up on 30 years now. And then their inability to evolve, like Coco, I feel like was an evolution of that formula. Like Turning Red even was a step in the right direction. But I feel like they're just like they just want to make sentient shit. They just want to make
I agree with you in that sense. I'm kind of over this thing with feelings.
This thing with like aliens, but Pixar. Like, let's do monsters and aliens, but make it Pixar.
Or again, I wouldn't be opposed to that if they just did it if they did it better than what this trailer is gonna lead me to believe.
Because look at WALL-E.
Yeah.
Like, come on, we know they can do it. It's just that I feel like maybe it's the layoffs, maybe it's whoever's guiding Pixar nowadays just doesn't have. I mean, they laid off like some very talented people.
They laid off the director of Lightyear,
Which I loved Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm playing devil's advocate right now. I'm trashing Pixar, but I loved Lightyear way more than I thought I was going to.
I think you loved it.
Fantastic movie.
I think you loved it more than I did even.
Yeah, great movie. It was the Pixar equivalent of a sci-fi film, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. So it's tough because on the one hand there was a lot that they did really well early on, but simultaneously I want them to also kind of venture out a little bit as well. It's a very hard like mishmash to kind of put together, I think.
Yeah, let's not transform this into too much of a Pixar retrospective.
Yeah.
Over my final thoughts on this film are, it looks fine. I need to see more. I need to see, like, when it comes to Pixar now, I need to see more before I commit to watching the movie. Elemental, I'll go see, but I'm not as excited to go see it as I was like a Lightyear or a Coco or any of these other movies that I think they did a really great job of selling me the movie before I was going to see it. So, I don't know, you can't just slap Pixar on something anymore and have a guaranteed hit.
No, exactly, and I completely agree with that. But at the same time, I think this looked really sweet. Again, I think the Yonas Kibreab, the voice of Elio, I thought he sounded really cute, and hopefully, like, he looks like he might elevate this movie. But other than that, nothing about it particularly stood out, like, in a very bombastic way. So, I mean, the animation did a little bit. Yeah. But other than that, I really just have to see more before I can make a determination. But I'll probably see it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, and when it comes to the animation, I feel like I underplayed it. It's gorgeous and it's really clean animation. But is that enough in this animation field anymore?
I was gonna say, it was very bright.
Yeah. I just don't, it doesn't look, it feels realistic in a way that makes it look uncanny, which is you're kind of playing it
both sides,
and it just feels weird. It comes off weird to me, but that's just maybe me. And maybe the next trailer will make me feel a lot happier about the product, but that's how I view it now.
Yeah, so I think this is definitely a case of we'll have to wait to see more. I was just surprised this even came out this early, but I didn't realize also this movie is less than a year away now, so we'll just have to see.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
But thank you guys so much for watching. You take it off before I mess it up.
If you liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. And until next time, guys, stay versed.